as a clerk in Baxter's Mercantile for, she squinted, trying to decipher Sid's penmanship, Sisters Melva and Shelva Baxter. She smiled at her mother. Honest work, Mama. Unlike the only jobs available in Dalton. With a fair wage. Mama still didn't respond, so Sadie turned her attention to Papa. Sid says the owners want to employ a young woman since they are woman proprietors. They'll provide me with a room and meals in addition to a monthly salary, so I'll be able to send nearly every penny back to you. She deliberately avoided mentioning the other part of Sid's letter, the part that made her heart twist in eager desire. Pointing it out could seem selfish. God answered my prayers, don't you see? All of them. Tears flooded Mama's eyes. She blinked them away and reached for the letter. But in Kansas, Sadie? It's so far away. In her excitement, Sadie hadn't considered the distance. Her elation faltered. But then she squared her shoulders. It won't be forever. Only until Papa recovers from the accident and can work again. No matter what the doctor said, Papa would get better someday. She took Mama's hand and spoke softly, soothingly, the way she'd comfort one of her little brothers if he awakened from a bad dream. There's nothing here in Dalton, Mama, and somebody has to work. Mama worried her lower lip between her teeth. Sympathy swelled in Sadie's breast. Mama wanted so much to take care of everyone, Papa, the children, the house. She knew Mama wanted to be the one to meet the needs of their large family. But cleaning houses, the only decent job available for a woman her age, couldn't bring in enough money. If both Mama and Sadie could do house cleaning, then perhaps there'd be enough, but someone had to see to Papa and the younger children. This job in Kansas would solve all their problems, if only Mama and Papa would let her go. Papa cleared his throat. He lifted a thin, vein-lined hand and plucked the letter from Mama's lap. Sadie, girl, you and Effie leave your Mama and me alone. We need to talk this out. Sadie started to ask to be included in the discussion, but Papa's brown eyes, faded from their weeks of pain and worry, begged her not to argue. She wouldn't grieve the dear man. With a nod, she pushed to her feet. Of course, Papa. She gave his grizzled cheek a kiss, took up the discarded bowl and spoon, and ushered Effie back to the front room of the house. Close the door, Mama called after them. Effie clicked it closed, then whirled on Sadie. What do you think they'll say? Will they let you go, do you think? Her whisper quavered with excitement. Sadie moved to the dry sink and resumed the task Effie had abandoned. The washwater had turned cool during their time away, but only a few dishes remained. She chose not to waste their precious coal supply to heat more water. Scrubbing hard at Papa's bowl, she replied, I don't see how they can refuse. Somebody has to provide for the family, and as the oldest, it makes sense for me to be the one. Effie's lips formed a pout. I could help too, you know. I'm 13 already. You won't be 13 for 4 more months, Sadie said. And you're still a schoolgirl. But summer's coming. Effie tossed her head, making her brown braids flop. Only 2 more weeks, and I'll be home all day. Least I could help during the summer. Just what kind of job do you think you'd find? Sadie hadn't meant to snap, but she couldn't encourage Effie to consider taking a job. Her sister wanted to grow up too fast. Childhood was precious. Effie shouldn't wish it away. Sadie softened her tone. Besides, you'll have a job. Mama will need you here to help with the boys. The 4 dark-haired stair-steps, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, had always kept Mama hopping. Now that Papa lay confined to his bed, needing almost constant care,